All righty. Okay, the time is 6 o'clock, and this begins November 12th, Granite Falls School Board meeting and Success in Education Night. So thank you all for coming. If you'll please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. And now I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Gieslin for our land acknowledgement.
Thank you, Director Ledoux. We honor the first peoples of these lands by acknowledging the area in which we gather is within the traditional territory of the Still-Squamish tribe of Indians. The Still-Squamish people have inhabited these lands and waters since time immemorial, and their descendants have remained in this territory to this day. The Still-Squamish people have continued to practice the traditional ways of their ancestors of fishing, hunting, and gathering. The Still-Squamish tribe has had these lands and cultural traditions passed on to them by their ancestors, who believe that everything has a spirit and that they are the caretakers of these lands and waters.
Okay, thank you. And then roll call for tonight. I'll start off. Do we have Director Gochner on virtually? Do we have Director Gochner? Just want to make sure if we have him or not. Director Gochner, is he on? No. Okay. So in attendance tonight, we have our board representatives up here. We have Director Carey, Director Kincaid, Director Dane, myself, Director Ledoux, and our superintendent, Dr. Gieslin. I'd like to make a motion that we excuse Director Gochner for tonight. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay, and now we'll go on to board comments. We're going to start off tonight a little bit in the reverse. I know I typically go down the line, but tonight is going to be the last board meeting with the current sitting board. And so I wanted to make sure, we shared our appreciation for the board, as it is sat. And so, Director Gochner, I know that you're not here, but I sincerely do appreciate Eric stepped in and helped serve the community over the past, I believe it's been about 10 months. He's very active within, within his fire service role, a huge part of the community, has 2 kids within the district. And he's been a great help to us within the community. So it'd be great to continue to hear from him, but this will be his last official board meeting. So quick round of applause for Director Gochner. Director Kincaid, when I joined, I think I joined a little bit after you, and we were kind of learning some of this stuff together along the way. And I've always appreciated your ability and willingness to just chat with me, help me understand things, bounce different perspectives. We definitely don't run in the same circles all the time. So it's great to have that diversity when we discuss with one another. I've just really always appreciated the candor also that you bring to everything. You are very well known for your candor, and I sincerely appreciate that, and you will be missed. So round of applause for Director Kincaid. And then last but certainly not least, Director Carey. You've been 9 years, 10, 12. I was way off. 12 years on the board serving this community. You brought me under your wing, taught me all the ins and outs. I remember when I first jumped on, I'm like, we're going to do X, Y, Z. And he was just like, okay, let me show you the trainings that you need to go do and all this stuff before you start going buck wild. So Director Carey, you have been an immense mentor, for me when stepping into this role. And I'll be forever grateful for the mentorship that you've provided. And I hope that you stay in touch. I have no doubts that you'll stay in touch, and just really appreciate your service to this community over the past over decade. So round of applause for Director Carey.
Good evening. Tonight we are recognizing our 3 board members who are leaving us, but still in the community and will be active. And then also our Success in Education Award winners, so many families and kiddos here tonight. And then our bridge builders, which are our staff members that are nominated for that award. And we're looking forward to that. After we do those 3 things, we will take a 20-minute recess, and there's cake and things out there, and then we'll come back in here for the rest of the regular board meeting. After those three things, if you want to leave, you can. If you'd like to stay, of course, for the rest of the board meeting, you're welcome to do that as well.
I really quick before we jump into those, I would like to give them the opportunity also to say their few board comments as well. Yeah. So I'll start with Director Dale.
All right. Well, it's hard to follow what Director Ledoux has just done, acknowledging the board members that we have served with. I think that in the last couple of years that I've been on the board, we have made remarkable change, and all for the positive. Things that are happening now in the school district, I think I'm going to be very proud of. I got on this board when I first applied for it. I met with Director Carey several times over coffee, talking about the responsibilities of being a board member, and he guided me, and we'll say mentored is the best word, but he has given an awful lot, being our state rep, going to meetings down in Olympia, making sure that he was looking out for the best of what this school district could get from the state, making sure and fighting for our finances to help guide the state to finance the school district, all school districts properly. We're still not there yet, but without him out there advocating for the school district, we would have been behind. So, thank you so much, and really appreciate you. And Carly, you and I have had some amazing conversations, especially going through the superintendent process. And I grew so much to appreciate you and the ability for us to discuss through the process, looking at everything from two different perspectives. And you have been an inspiration, and I appreciate all of your community service. That you were our community representative and came and gave us little talks of what was going on in the community and how we supported it. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate that you are here. Eric, I wish he was here tonight to say goodbye to. He and I are both in the fire service for years and years, and didn't know each other until we were on this board, because that's the way it works. And he stepped in when Tina had her medical emergency and had to leave, and he helped us, through a lot of stuff. I think one of the biggest accomplishments that we did while Eric was on the board was bring in, purchase a curriculum package that made a solid curriculum for our school district going forward. I didn't know this until the employees, the group came to us and said, "Hey, we have this curriculum package we want to present, we want to move forward with." And that Granite Falls School District hadn't had an established curriculum for over 31 years. Blew me away that we didn't have something that would guide our students from kindergarten through 12th grade, and that could work with all of the teachers. And I think it was a huge accomplishment for us to do that. So I'm going on and on. I appreciate you guys. You're amazing, and I want to thank you.
Because you two will have your opportunity to speak, but after Director Giesland says her piece.
Thank you. Tonight we pause to honor 3 dedicated individuals who have served the students, staff, and families of the Granite Falls School District with exceptional commitment and heart. School board service is not always glamorous work. It's long meetings, complex decisions, and countless hours of reading, listening, and advocating, all in the service of kids. Each of these directors have given selflessly of their time and talents, always keeping students at the center of every decision. Their service has touched every corner of our district, from preschool through 12th grade, ensuring that each student in Granite Falls is supported, challenged, and inspired to reach their full potential. Director Gochner joined the Granite Falls School Board when a seat unexpectedly opened, stepping forward out of a genuine desire to give back to the community and the district his 2 children proudly attend. From the beginning, Director Gochner listened deeply, asked heartfelt questions, and approached every conversation with calm and integrity. His steady presence and focus on what's best for kids have been evident in every decision he's made. Director Gochner, thank you for your service, for your curiosity, and for your dedication to supporting our students, staff, and schools. We are truly grateful for your leadership and the example you've set. Director Kincaid. As a teacher, Director Kincaid understands the behind-the-scenes work of education. the planning, the heart, and the relationships that make learning possible. She knows how essential it is to build strong connections with students, maintain high expectations, and ensure that teachers have the right materials to do their best work. Director Kincaid has brought that same insight and passion to her role on the board. With an ear to the community and a gift for telling our district's story, she has been a tireless advocate for kids and for Granite Falls. Director Kincaid, thank you for believing in our mission, for believing the potential of every child, and for fiercely championing our schools. Your voice and dedication have made a lasting impact. Director Carey. Director Carey has served this community for more than a decade as a steadfast and passionate advocate for students. During his years on the board, he helped pass levies, build a stadium, open a STEAM building, make essential repairs, adopt curricula, and approve budgets, all while keeping student learning and access as his North Star. Director Carey has spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours reading legislative proposals, meeting with lawmakers, and fighting for what our kids need most. And I suspect his wife has occasionally asked him not to talk about the stuff at dinner. He is known across the state as the kind of board member that every superintendent wishes they had. Deeply informed, relentlessly student-centered, and committed to doing the hard work that truly makes a difference. Director Carey, you've taught me so much in our short time together, and for that, I'm forever grateful. We'll keep your cell number handy. Please answer when we call. Thank you for serving this community so faithfully and for always putting kids first.
And now we will give the departing directors the opportunity to impart their wisdom and say some final words here.
Make me cry. I'm gonna try not to cry. It's been an adventure, that's for sure. Sorry. Sorry, you guys. Granite Falls School District is the reason I'm leaving. And the reason is because it inspired me to become a teacher. And I blame you, Ashley. Ashley had my oldest daughter in kindergarten, and I got to volunteer. And that sparked a passion inside me. Just being in her classroom, watching her teach in her first year was amazing. She changed my daughter's life. She changed my life. Both of my daughters. Thank you, Ashley. Sorry. But it was through that it ignited my passion for teaching. So I went to school. Well, I joined the school board, first of all, but then I went to school to become a teacher. And now that's my passion. So I've decided to leave here to focus on that and to focus on my oldest daughter, who Ashley took in her arms and just helped her grow into the silly, crazy person that she is. And she is now working on becoming a star. She made the musical this year. So we're going to focus on that. That's going to be a lot of long nights and stuff. So I decided that it was time to move on from here. And I was talking to Carl, it's so bittersweet. I'm excited to move on and spend more time with the kiddos and spend more time at my school and doing those things. But I loved this so much. I loved standing up for parents. I loved fighting for students. I loved fighting for teachers. And I just loved every minute of it, even the hard times. And for you guys, like Director Dane said, we come from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. And the one thing that really shined with our board is that we were able to respectfully talk to one another and listen to one another and all of our different viewpoints and come to agreements together, even though we were all very different and sometimes came with very different ideas of what we wanted. And we were very respectful for each other. And I think from day one, the first day on the school board, we spoke as a group, the board then, and said that our goal, our main focus is students and students alone. And we focused every decision on students and students alone. And I'm really proud of the work that we've done. And I'm really proud of how we worked together. So I just wanted to thank all of you guys for an amazing experience. So thank you.
I'll try to make this quick because I know no one really cares what I think, and we want to move over to celebrate our students and stuff. But just a couple of things real quick. So serving this community, being a part of the Grand Falls School District has been the honor of my life. And if anything, it's recertified in my own mind that communities like ours, beautiful communities like ours, only thrive when people step up to engage, and they step up to say that it's great and I'm going to do everything I can to make it better. That was my goal, not politics, not moving on to something else political. It was because that there was kids in this community as well as my own that needed advocates, not only here, but at the state level. And I was like, well, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? I believe it or not, you might not believe it based on my general vibe and energy, but I feel very uncomfortable with all of the focus and attention. I don't want any type of gift or celebration. If there's anything that you guys want to do to honor me, then it's to engage. Democracy requires participation, right? And that doesn't matter whether you're a D or you're an R or on whatever end of the political spectrum. There's a lot of opportunities in our community, all the way down to being on the board at the Eagles, all the way up to the state or higher if you want to. But again, if you want to do anything, if I've done anything positive, then follow in my footsteps and engage. Then quickly, I just want to say also, I've been on a lot of versions of this board, but this board, the version that we are now, I think is fantastic for a number of reasons. I bet you we could all sit down and have a very robust discussion about all of the things that we disagree on from a political spectrum, but we've all really always tried to stay focused on what's best for kids. And it was humbling to hear that you guys learned from me, because I've learned a lot from you. I quickly just want to say, Peter, the thing that you taught me is that you could be passionate about something, you could be unbelievably educated about something, and there's someone that could be completely on the other end of the opinion of that thing, just as well educated, just as well spoken, and you go, wow, I mean, that person has a really good idea. You've always come to things with a very deep thought and a very deep, and you and I have been on opposite sides of things often, but I've always found you to be unbelievably well informed and unbelievably well suited to be able to deliver your point, and I appreciate that. Bill, you literally represent what I want to be in this community, my friend. You are a product of this community. You serve this community on the fire department. You serve this community on the school board. Like you raised your kids in this community. If I could be anything, I want to be more like Bill one day. Carly, you're probably one of my favorite surprises ever. Carly and I, on this last election, we ran during COVID, and it was a really weird time. And I remember before I even met her, I thought, I don't think she's going to like me. But from the moment I got the chance to sit next to you in a board meeting, I just adored you. And being able to see you be more brave and being able to have your voice heard and being so proud of the mama bear that's inside of you and to be so passionate about the things that you're passionate about and to see you grow into a wonderful teacher has just been a blessing for me. And I just want you to know that I just want nothing but more growth for you, because the things that you have planned in the future, I think are going to be amazing. And you really are a great representative for mothers in this community and stuff. So thank you for that. And then Eric, I know Eric's not here, but I don't know if anybody's seen the video. Eric often brings his kids to board meetings. I couldn't get my kids to sit down for McDonald's hamburgers when they were his age, but he actually gets his kids here to sit on the board with us, and they actually like pay attention and stuff. And I was like, man, that's the type of dad I want to be. So Eric, wherever you are, thanks for showing me how to be a better dad. So, and then last but certainly not least, Dana, one of the things that Dr. Giesland that makes me leaving easy is that I know the district is in really good hands. You're the leader that we need right now, and I appreciate your dedication to our community and all of your hard work. And It's going to be, I'm certainly not going to disappear, but I'm really excited to see all the great things Granite Falls is going to do under your leadership. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And that brings us to success in education.
We do have gifts for them, but we'll give them to them later. All right, now we're on to the really, really fun part of the show. So our Success in Education Awards, we have these 4 times a year, and our principals get to talk about each of the students in their buildings that were nominated and subsequently chosen and say some really cool things about them. So we're going to get that started. We'll start off tonight with Granite Falls High School, presented by Assistant Principal Dave Bianchini.
Well, we have 4 outstanding students, and I'm going to start off with our freshmen. And you get to set the stage, young man. If you do something wrong here or screw it up, the rest of this crowd is not going to know what to do. Jackson Mizell, come on down. So just a little bit about Jackson before we start. His elementary days, check, I won this award. His middle school days, check, I won this award. And so he's completed the trifecta tonight by winning it. There's not many kids that get 3 of these. So that's a huge compliment to his character and leadership and who he is. He's a 4.0 student at Granite Falls High School for his first quarter here. He's in advanced math for a freshman. He's taking geometry. Right now, he's number 1 in the class of 2029. He usually, when you play volleyball and a mid blocker, you need to be really tall. Check, he's done that. He does play mid blocker on his volleyball team. He's a member of our FFA, enjoys art and drawing and writing. He's a member of our Tiger Tribune, which is our school newspaper, and he's volunteered at the Halloween Bash. Now, the next thing I talk about is what the teachers have said, and then the third thing I'll talk about, I look up what their names mean and see if the parents can, yeah, that's what it means, or am I way off? So first off, what the teachers have said. Jackson is a dedicated student who always puts forth his best effort in everything he does. He's hardworking and respectful, consistently completing his assignments on time. Jackson contributes positively to class activities and discussions, bringing thoughtful ideas and great attitude to our classroom environment. Jackson deserves the Success in Education Award because he is mature beyond his years, intelligent, and always includes everyone. He has a keen sense of right and wrong, a wicked sense of humor that makes my day, and is a strong leader who sets a great example for others. Jackson is a perfect example of why I love teaching. And now for his name. It means son of Jack, which is a derivative of John, or God is great. He's outgoing, friendly, and confident. Check. They have a natural, Jacksons have natural charisma and charm that can make them popular in social situations. Check. Can also be very loyal and protective of his loved ones. He's a natural talent for attracting wealth. That's the kind of guy I want to hang around. And he has a strong sense of creativity and imagination. Please give it up for Jackson Mizell. Now our second is our sophomore, James Prey. Come on down. James is another outstanding student here. He's a 3.8 GPA. He's in advanced math. He's the top 15 students of the class of 2028. He was one of our outstanding football players that helped our team make it to the playoffs this last weekend, Saturday, and just had an absolute heartbreaking loss. But just a fantastic future for him in football. He is also an elite lacrosse player. I look forward to going to some of his games as the season rolls on. He plays for Lake Stevens. He just told me today he's playing basketball. No, sorry. Tried. Okay. He's a quiet leader that goes about his business on a daily basis, leading by example. He hopes to go to college or join the trades after graduating. Here's what the teachers say about him. He's a type of student that I know will be successful. He is always prepared, helps out when needed, and makes others around him better. James is an outstanding student who does his work and participates in class daily. He has a good sense of humor and a laid-back personality that make him fun to have in class. James is a great student who consistently completes his work on time and to a high standard. He is friendly, respectful, and a positive presence in the classroom. And now what his name means. James actually means a young man in control of his own actions and will. Strong desire for self-discovery and helping others. He's passionate, authentic, wise, inspiring, honest, witty, and positive. Thoughtful, tactful, comforting, responsible, and selfless. I don't know if I can think of better adjectives to describe someone, and that is who he is. He's very service-oriented, a need to care for and protect those around him. He has a interest in creating a comfort presence. He's reliable and strong, and he's a powerful force for good. Please give it up for James Prey. Congratulations, James. The next two that I'm going to invite up, they are the same, come from the class that when we all came up here together, I came up here, they were the freshmen when I came up here, and so it's pretty awesome. And I've known all these kids since they've been 11, but to watch these kids grow up since they've been 11 and earn these awards, it's no doubt in my mind they certainly deserve them. So Ruby Smith, come on up here. So Ruby, another outstanding student, 3.7 GPA, top 20 in the class of 2027. She is in AP Language, Marine Biology, and she is a phenom in band. She plays sousaphone and tuba in the marching band. Sousaphone is the big instrument that wraps around you, and you can see it in marching bands. That's the instrument she plays. They just wrapped up their band competition, and they had a fantastic season. Many top 3 finishes in a variety of categories. She's a swim instructor and a lifeguard. She attends the Father's House and participates in their youth group. She wants to go straight to a 4-year college and major in early education and become either a preschool or primary school teacher. What her teachers say about her. Ruby does a great job in band. Guess who said that? Yeah. She is always willing to help and does so with a positive attitude. She sounds great on a tuba and comes to band with her music prepared. I'm sad I only get to have her for 1.5 more years. Ruby's dedication to her education sets her apart from other students. She completes assignments on time at a high level that demonstrates both critical thinking and analytical skills in the classroom. Her cheerful attitude and outgoing nature are welcome presence in my class. Ruby is a great student who works hard and participates daily. She has a fun sense of humor and is a great student to have in class. Ruby, what her name means, precious red gemstone, which symbolizes love, vitality, and strength. She has a creative and expressive nature. She has a natural talent for communication, which means she talks a lot. Drawn to artistic pursuits such as writing, music, and visual arts. She finds fulfillment in fields such as writing, journalism, advertising, entertainment, and counseling. She has an inherent desire to please others. Please give it up for Ruby Smith. Congratulations. Let's go down there and shake hands. One last student, Italia Nava. Come on up here. Another fantastic junior. She's enrolled in AP Language, Marine Biology, and Pre-Calculus. She's been the team captain on the JV volleyball team for the last 3 years. She is a setter and a great server, and that will bode well for next year's team. She should be playing basketball and track. She's hooked on volleyball. She participates in her local church. She enjoys hanging out with her friends. She wants to go to college and also become an elementary teacher. Her teachers, when she was in 6th grade, she won this award, and I was able to find one thing that a teacher said: quiet student, but gets her work done to the highest quality. Now the teachers are saying she's loud, obnoxious. She does. Oh, I'm kidding. They say the same thing. Italia is an excellent student whose work shows an advanced level of effort and understanding. She is an asset to the classroom and someone other students can learn from when it comes to being a high school student. Italia is a kind, hardworking student. She asks questions when needed, uses her class time wisely, and overall is a joy to have in class. Italia is a great student who works hard and participates in class. She is kind and treats everyone around her well. She is respectful, engaged, and fun to have around. Her name, Italia, it means Italy or land of the bulls. She is a bully at sometimes. She's hospitable, resilient, beautiful, and has a passion for life. She has a profound appreciation for tradition and family. She has a powerful mind that seeks knowledge and understanding. Her heart desires harmony, cooperation, and meaningful connections. She seeks deep emotional bonds and is loyal and attentive. Give it up for Italia Nava. Congratulations. I'd like to introduce the principal for Crossroads, Brandon Moeller. Come on up here.
All right, we will be starting this evening with Jacob Boyles, if you could come on down. So what we've been working on this year is focusing on school culture, focusing on what can make better connections and bring belonging to all of us, because when we have that type of culture, that type of support among each other, we're able to grow academically and also professionally and have a great career. So we asked teachers what was working for Jacob, and the things that came out is that he's a hard worker. He provides persistence and models persistence in what he does. He shows respect to others and how he interacts with everyone. And one of the biggest things that we noticed is he has the empathy that he shows for others throughout the classroom and throughout his peers and staff. So those are the things that came up that shows that he was providing that type of culture that we want to see. And what we're calling this is pride. So we're looking for persistent respect, inclusion, dedication, and empathy. And Mr. Jacob Boyle, you provided that. So thank you so much for making our school better. And then our next person that we have this evening is Miss Berkeley Allen. Is she here tonight? And again, we're happy to have her this evening, again, with the focus being on culture and bringing everyone together. Ms. Berkeley really showed that with pride, making sure that she showed persistence is what her teachers were talking about, that she shows, that she's always found a way to work through significant challenges and step up to the plate and take it to the next level. And she showed her dedication when there's different areas that she has to work hard on. She's pushed through that. And right now she's showing her graduation requirements are about halfway through as far as being met. So she's meeting all those goals and succeeding. And then we're also seeing that she has a proud goal for respect and making sure that she's inclusive of others, which is really great. So again, thank you so much for making the school better and congratulations on all your success. And then Granite Falls Middle Schools will be up next with Mr. Maynard.
Good evening, everyone. If you are an employee at Granite Falls Middle School, please stand. All right, I want to say thank you guys for being here for our students. And the first student at the middle school is our 6th grade student, Pearl Locks. It's Pearl here. Come on up, Pearl, stand right here. Pearl, I met with Pearl last week, and I try to make sure that we call the parents together and we make sure that we celebrate this big accomplishment. She's a 6th grader. That you wouldn't know she was a 6th grader. I had to actually ask how to pronounce her name correctly, and she said, "Oh, it's Laux, Mr. Maynard." I said, "Oh, okay," because I'm trying to get everybody's name in the building. And it's getting a little hard because our 6th graders is 170 of them this year. So, but I got her name down, and this is what our 6th grade teaching team said. The 6th grade teaching team is excited to announce Pearl Locks for first quarter Success Education Award winner. Pearl always works hard to improve her skills and challenge herself. When one of her teachers expressed interest in creative slideshow background photos, Pearl created themed ones for each holiday season that the teacher now can use as their part of their daily slides. When another teacher lost her voice, Pearl volunteered to speak to the class on the teacher's behalf so the teacher could communicate by whispering. Pearl also advocates for her classmate by requesting time to rehearse and practice their acting, and she expresses herself clearly and respectfully when doing so. Pearl brings others up with her and helps them stay on task, finish work, and understand class content and rules for the games. Despite not being the loudest and the flashiest in the room, Pearl leads with her actions every time. We are proud of you, Pearl. You are truly a success in education. Congratulations. Our 7th grader, Miss Arya DeBow. The 7th grade team is proud to recognize Aria for this quarter Success Education Award. Although this is her first year at Granite Falls Middle School, Aria has quickly become a positive force within our school community. She's the kind of student who not only strives for excellence in her academics, but also lift up others around her. Aria approaches learning with curiosity and determination. She doesn't just complete her work, she makes sure she understands it. Her maturity, focus, and strong work ethic shine through in everything she does. Beyond the classroom, Aria's kindness and compassion have helped her build strong friendships and make others feel welcome and supported at our school. With her bright smile, positive attitude, and genuine care for others, Aria truly embodies what it means to be a tiger. We're so proud to celebrate her as a wonderful example of success in education. Congratulations. Our 8th grade student, Mr. Gavin Perrault. Come on down. I'm gonna start with I called mom and we were just expressing, it was kind of like Gavin's like, I won, okay, I won. It's kind of like nonchalant, like, Mr. Man, I'm the man anyway. So I called mom and she's like, I said, this is Mr. Maynard from Granite Falls Middle School, the principal. And she's like, hello. And I'm like, I get it. I kind of set them up all the time thinking this. I like to do positive calls because I'm doing some not so positive calls. And mom was like, I said, this is a good call, mom. And she's like, oh, okay. So I wanted to let her know that Gavin won the award. Gavin has been nominated for this multiple times throughout 6th and 7th grade, but Gavin won this one. And I had a teacher email me and say, Mr. Maynard, I nominated somebody else, but Gavin is the one. And I said, all right, that works out for me. So Gavin is a bright light at Granite Falls Middle School. His quick wit, sense of humor, and genuine kindness makes him someone everyone enjoys being around. He goes out of his way to make sure others feel included. Whether it's offering a friendly hi, checking in on a classmate, or sharing a laugh that brightens the room, Gavin truly lives out our GFMS Rocks standards every single day. He shows up ready to learn, asks thoughtful questions, brings great insight to every class discussion. Outside the classroom, Gavin's determination and leadership shine on the soccer field, where he continues to set an example of hard work and teamwork. We're so proud of you, Gavin, and thrilled to recognize you as our 8th grade Success in Education Award. You leave me hanging? You leave me hanging? Next, I would like to invite up our Monte Cristo Elementary principal partner, Maria Losi.
Good evening. Being a new principal to Granite Falls, I didn't know what to expect tonight, so I'm learning from my colleagues that have gone before me and have some great ideas for next time. I want to start tonight with our 3rd grade student, Everly Burnett. So come on up, Everly. Oh, is Everly not here tonight, Miss Johnson? Okay. Well, I'm going to read what was written by Mrs. Johnson about Everly, and I'll visit your classroom tomorrow with her award and we'll take pictures, okay? For the Success in Education Award, Ms. Johnson nominated Everly Burnett from her 3rd grade class. She's had the pleasure of being Evelyn's teacher not once, but twice. Ms. Johnson is so proud of the growth that Everly has shown in her education. Her dedication to her learning is inspiring. If she doesn't understand something at first, she will continue to work and practice until she does understand. Everly takes the extra time needed to do her best in every assignment she's given. She is a leader in the classroom, following all classroom routines and helping others whenever she can. Everly is a joy to have in class. And Miss Johnson had her twice because Miss Johnson taught at Mountain Way and then came to our school this year. So she's been a teacher of many of our younger students who now are at Monte Cristo. The 4th grade student that we'd like to honor tonight is Aleski Golovin. Is Aleski here tonight? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'll share what Miss Darty wrote about Gillespie and do the same thing, Oleski, excuse me, and do the same thing. I'll visit her classroom tomorrow. Miss Darty wrote about Oleski that she would like to nominate her from her fourth grade class. She shared that Oleski arrives every day eager to learn and demonstrates a consistently positive attitude. Holds himself to a high academic expectation, continually seeks new opportunities to challenge his thinking. His strong work ethic and commitment to learning have made him a positive leader within his classroom. During lessons, Oleski offers insights and actively engages in discussions, activities, and assignments. When faced with difficult concepts, he remains resilient and uses challenges as opportunities for growth. His determination and enthusiasm inspire those around him and contribute to a supportive learning environment. Ms. Darty is incredibly proud of Oleski's dedication and positive impact that he has on his peers. For these reasons, she believes that he is highly deserving of this award. For our fifth grade student, I want to welcome Baylor Floyd. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Baylor in her classroom this year, as I've been working in your classroom a little bit and been able to get to know a lot of you. And Baylor, I'm going to read this tonight, but I didn't write it. You know who wrote it? Mr. Shireman. And when I read this, I said to myself, you are spot on, Mr. Shireman. Just from what I know about Baylor, this is all so true. So I get to read it, but really, this is what is thought of, what Mr. Shireman thinks of you and why he nominated you. For the Success in Education Award, Mr. Shireman nominated Baylor Floyd from fifth grade. A few words to describe Baylor: kind, intelligent, a hard worker, loyal friend, fast, motocross racer. I didn't know that about you. Positive, ray of sunshine for sure, and a role model. All these words only begin to describe Baylor, but role model is the one that stands out because she is a wonderful role model, not only for her peers, but for anyone who spends time around her, including adults. That's a pretty high honor, isn't it? You can be a role model for us. There's never been a day in the past 3 years that Mr. Shireman has known her, that in the past 3 years that Mr. Shireman has known her, where she did not greet him with good morning and a big smile walking into school. And if you don't know this, Mr. Shireman stands out front of our school every morning and greets every student that's being dropped off by name. And a lot of them are grumpy in the morning. They just go, and keep walking. But Baylor, you're never grumpy. Always have that smile. We love you. At the end of the day, as she's leaving, she says, "How was your day?" Her kindness and caring for others drives everything she does. She is the first to console someone in need or to put a hand out to help them up. She is really what we should all strive to be: loving, caring, accepting of others, and helping others to be their own best. Baylor, you are a shining example of a Success in Education honoree. You make this world a better place every day. Congratulations. I think I'm still going to have to go to Baylor's classroom tomorrow too. If that's okay, Miss Bardu. Read that in front of her classmates. That's pretty special. And now I'd like to welcome my colleague, the principal from Mountain Way, Miss Stella Cruz.
Good evening, everybody. Gotta grab the right school. They're in front of the tab. All righty, we're gonna announce our Success in Ed winner in kindergarten. And we have your teacher here. They wanna cheer you on. Come on up, Miss Whelan. All right. Our Success in Ed winner for kindergarten is Autumn. Come on up. What a beautiful dress. Okay. Autumn, we honor you because you shine so brightly every single day. You're absolutely outstanding as a kindergartner. And we often talk about students who come to school ready to learn, but Autumn takes it a step further. She arrives with a positive attitude and a genuine, contagious excitement for everything new. What truly sets Autumn apart is the wonderful person she is inside and out. She's a kind and caring friend who treats everyone with respect and compassion. When little disagreements happen, Autumn shows maturity beyond her years. She handles conflict thoughtfully, always making sure to consider others' feelings and working hard to find fair solutions. She truly leads by example, showing us all what responsibility and empathy look like in action. In the classroom, Autumn is a master of focus. She doesn't just listen during lessons, she's engaged and she's eager to participate, and she consistently gives her absolute best effort. We see her impressive problem-solving skills at work all the time, asking great questions, looking for answers, and showing that she takes true pride in her learning. Are you sure you're in kindergarten, Autumn? I think you're like in 12th grade. Autumn, thank you for being such a bright, kind, and hardworking star in class. We are so proud of your beautiful focus and your caring heart. Please join me in congratulating the exceptional kindergarten winner of Success in Education Award, Autumn. We should have some background music. Dun, dun, dun. All right, Mrs. No, okay. All right, our first grade Success in Education winner is Camilla Martinez. Come on up. All right, Camilla, we'll miss you, but we'll go ahead and read the speech Mrs. Williams wrote up. It is a true honor to recognize a student whose quiet actions speak louder than any words. Tonight, we celebrate the outstanding character and dedication of Camilla. Camilla is an incredible student and a genuinely important part of her first grade classroom community. She's a student who reminds us what true character looks like. She's always doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. In her academics, Camilla is a model of diligence. She works incredibly hard on every assignment, no matter how big or small the task. She holds herself to an impressively high standard and inspires her classmates to do the same simply by setting that excellent example. Her focus and dedication show that she truly values learning. Her presence in the classroom is powerful. She's thoughtful, She's a thoughtful contributor to class discussions and listens intently to her peers, making everyone feel heard. Camilla, thank you for your commitment to your excellence, your beautiful character, and the kindness you share every day. Mountain Way is lucky to have you. Please join me in congratulating the exceptional first grade winners of Success in Education, Camilla. All right, this second grader has a team of teachers, and are you coming up? Okay. So this feller has Mrs. Singh, Mrs. Campbell, Mrs. Nichols, and Mr. Campbell's here to cheer you on. Second grade success award winner, Ulysses Huerta Rios. He's looking mighty sharp. Oh, we got some great dressed little Mountain Way people. All right, sir. It is an absolute pleasure to recognize a student whose commitment to excellence and thirst for knowledge is truly inspiring, Ulysses. He is first and foremost a wonderful student who always tries his absolute best. He sets a fantastic example for everyone in the classroom. He does a great job of following expectations and is always ready to help others when they need it. This combination of strong leadership and excellent effort creates a fantastic learning environment for everyone around him. What really makes Ulysses shine is his powerful academic drive and strong desire to keep growing as a learner. He doesn't just complete his assignments, he actively seeks to challenge himself. He requests extra academic challenges and consistently takes the initiative to extend his learning and practice at home. Your determination to learn and your desire to always push yourself forward are truly remarkable. Thank you for showing us all the joy that comes from challenging your mind. Please join me in congratulating the exceptional second grade winner of Success in Education Award, Ulysses.
Can we get one more round of applause for all of our Success in Education Award winners? All right, we are going to move on to our Bridge Builder Awards, and there are 4 of them tonight. And I do realize that I am keeping you from cake, so we will get through these pretty quickly, but we want to recognize our staff members who go above and beyond to build relationships with kids. We had over 60 nominations. Actually, the next slide here somewhere. 60 nominations. Some people were nominated more than once. It's always a really tough decision, but several people were nominated by students, by families, and by their coworkers. And it is an absolute pleasure to read those and all the incredible relationships that are being built across the system. So our first Bridge Builder Award winner of the night, we're proud to honor someone whose energy, kindness, and unwavering commitment make Granite Falls High School a better place for students every single day. Please join me in welcoming our first Bridge Builder Award recipient, April Myers. April serves as the counseling secretary at Granite Falls High School, and anyone who knows her knows she is so much more than her title. She brings warmth, humor, and a remarkable ability to make students feel immediately at ease. She is often the first person students encounter when they walk into the counseling center. Sometimes overwhelmed, sometimes unsure, and she meets them with genuine interest and encouragement. One student wrote, "April always has been a very approachable, understanding, and kind individual who clearly takes the time to actually talk to students and learn about them." That line says so much. April connects with students. She listens. She supports them in ways that leave lasting imprints. The student went on to share that April helped them navigate community service opportunities, scholarship information, and college tasks that can feel overwhelming, especially without an older sibling or a mentor at home. They wrote, "I've been very confused about college and scholarship applications, but April is always helping me to understand." That is a bridge builder, someone who sees a student working hard to figure things out and steps in to walk alongside them. And we know this is just one story among so many. Throughout the year, we hear from students, staff, and families about the impact April has, how she answers questions, solves problems, offers reassurance, and helps students find the next step forward. She builds confidence, she builds access, and she builds connection. April, you represent exactly what this award stands for. You help students cross from confusion to clarity. You help them feel seen, supported, and capable. And you make our high school a place where students know they can be met with kindness and genuine care. Congratulations, April, and thank you for being such an essential part of the Granite Falls High School community. As we continue honoring our Bridge Builder Award recipients, it's my privilege to recognize someone whose impact is written all over the hearts of her students. Please join me in welcoming Miss Tracy Orr, teacher at Crossroads, to the stage. Tracy, your students said it best, and I want to share just a glimpse of their words. They described you as the person I can go to when something's wrong, someone who listens, understands, shows up every single time. They told us you don't just help them stay on task, you advocate for them, you check on them, and you make sure they know that they matter. Your students spoke about the safe space you create, a space where they feel welcome, supported, and cared for. They talked about your academic help, especially in math, and how you break things down and offer one-on-one support and build their confidence until the impossible suddenly becomes doable. One student said, "She's the reason I've passed my classes and gotten my credit retrieval." Another said, "My math grade is better than it's been since elementary, and I actually want to do math." For a math teacher, that's about as high of a compliment as you can get. And then there was one line, a line I think that says it all. "Mrs. Orr is the reason I don't mind coming to school," which is saying a lot. Your students also shared how you've supported entire families, showing kindness to siblings across multiple years and helping them through tough personal situations. That kind of impact reaches far beyond the classroom. It changes trajectories, it changes lives. Tracy, you embody what it means to be a bridge builder. You connect, you uplift, and you meet students exactly where they are. Academically, emotionally, and as young people navigating the world, you make school a place they want to be and learning something they believe they can do. On behalf of the Granite Falls School District, your colleagues, and most importantly, your students, thank you for being a steady presence, a fierce advocate, and a guiding light on campus. Congratulations, Tracy. You are so deserving of this honor. Our third Bridge Builder Award recipient of the evening is someone whose impact stretches across not just one school, but two, Mountain Way Elementary and Monte Cristo Elementary. She is often the first person families turn to when things feel overwhelming and the steady presence staff rely on when a student or family needs extra care or understanding and a connection. This award goes to someone who builds bridges quietly, consistently, and with profound compassion. Please help me welcome Catherine Bernhardt to the stage. Catherine, as you make your way up, I want to share just a glimpse of what our families had to say because it's truly that they said it best. Parents described you as someone who is a great helping families and staff communicate, someone who make both families and students feel heard and listened to, and someone who has gone above and beyond to support a child with extreme anxiety, ensuring the entire family felt understood, supported, and never alone. But what those powerful words don't fully capture is everything you quietly do behind the scenes. You are the person who sees needs the moment they appear, sometimes even before they're spoken aloud. You are the one connecting families to resources, coordinating supports, bridging communication, and helping kids and adults feel seen, safe, and centered. You understand that when a family is struggling, nothing about school feels easy, and you step in not as an extra layer, but as a lifeline. Your work isn't loud, it isn't always visible, but it's constant, tireless, and transformational. You build bridges every single day between home and school, between challenges and stability, and most importantly, between what a child is experiencing and what they need to thrive. Tonight, we honor the heart, the persistence, and the extraordinary compassion you bring to Mountain Way and Monte Cristo. Catherine, thank you for quiet heroism of your work, for seeing our students so clearly, and for walking alongside families in their hardest moments. Congratulations on being a Bridge Builder Award recipient. You have more than earned this. Our final Bridge Builder Award of the evening goes to an educator whose impact reaches far beyond academics and deep into the hearts of her students. Tonight, we honor Lindsay Grabner, first grade teacher, proud Granite Falls alum, and cornerstone of Mountain Way Elementary. Lindsay, I want to share just a glimpse of what parents and colleagues had to say because their words shine a light on the extraordinary educator that you are. They described you as passionate, dedicated, thoughtful, and so much more for the 6 and 7-year-olds you serve. For the past 10 years, you have changed lives during the most foundational years of schooling, pouring your energy, creativity, and fierce belief in every child into your classroom. One colleague shared that working alongside of you for a decade has been a gift, but seeing you through the eyes of a parent this year has offered an entirely new appreciation. Their child comes home each day excited about learning, full of stories, and with a confidence that has grown significantly under your guidance. Parents told us you go above and beyond for every single student, ensuring they feel seen, supported, and capable. They talked about watching reading skills develop, watching their excitement for school rise, and witnessing the daily joy that comes from being in your classroom. And then there's the now famous phonics dance, your daily ritual that has students chanting, moving, and joyfully remembering the sounds as they encounter as early readers. Families say they hear their children practicing the chants at home, using them to work through tricky words and sounds. And that is what exceptional teaching looks like, making learning joyful, memorable, and accessible for all. Perhaps the most powerful line shared was this: I see all students thriving in Mrs. Grabner's class. Lindsay, that is the essence of a bridge builder, someone who lifts every child, sees their unique gifts, and bridges the gap between where they are and where they dream of going. Granite Falls School District is incredibly lucky to have returning alumni like you, educators who choose to come home and pour their talent, heart, and expertise into the next generation. On behalf of our students, families, and your colleagues in our entire community, thank you for the relationships you build, the joy you infuse into learning, and the foundation you lay for every first grader who walks through your door. And Lindsay, since the phonics dance is now legendary across Mountain Way, I have to ask, would you like to share the song with us tonight? Or do we need to come to your classroom to learn it properly from the true experts, the kids? The latter? Okay. You are a true gift to Granite Falls and to every child you serve. Congratulations. As Lindsay's making her way across stage, I want to say a huge thank you to Pilchuck Espresso. They continue to donate a gift card to every one of our Bridge Builder winners. That is something they did on their own. They came to us and said, gosh, we'd just like to honor those Bridge Builders and all that they do to make relationships with kids. And so thank you, Pilchuck Espresso, for that. So each of our Bridge Builders has that in their envelope as well. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Director Ledoux to send us into a few minutes of recess.
Yeah, we are going to take a 20-minute recess. There is cake and anything else out there? Cake and water to celebrate all the success of everybody within this room. Give everybody else a round of applause and go and enjoy some cake. Okay, and we are back in session here. The time is 7:33, and we'd like to welcome Trudy Sullivan and Myra Perkins to present on the annual food drive.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the applause. My name's Trudy Sullivan. I am a high school financial education teacher, theater, and multimedia, and I have been a food drive advisor for some time now. I'm also, and this is the most important thing, Mrs. Claus, so don't forget that.
My name's, is this on? Hello. My name's Myra Perkins. I am a teacher at Crossroads, and I also teach financial education and other business and marketing courses, as well as worksite learning. I am a food drive advisor, and I've been given the title of Great Gift Giver by Mrs. Sullivan.
Yes, and it's not just me and Myra running the show. We have other additional district advisors for the food drive, Eric Dinwiddie here at the high school, Robin Barth at Crossroads, and Dwayne Johnson at the middle school. So it takes a village literally to put this event together. And I surely couldn't do it by myself. So I appreciate all our co-advisors.
What is the food and gift drive? Well, it is a very, very big project that we put on every single year. This is year 24 of the food and gift drive in our district. This is a district-wide event that we serve all grade levels in our community. And every single building in our district participates in its own way. Families are identified and they receive food, including fresh vegetables and meat. They get gifts, clothing, and all the things for school age children or younger. Families must have children attending within our district to qualify.
Besides handling the family information here at the high school, we have students who run almost every operation besides the confidential family information. This year we have about 30 food drive coordinators. And this is a really important part. This is probably the reason why I do the food drive, obviously to serve our community, but also the impact it makes for our student food drive coordinators. They really become what we call servant leaders. They build empathy. They build an incredible work ethic. They put in hundreds of hours of volunteer time. They develop compassion and really incredible project management skills at the end of the day. So I wish I could bring all our food drive coordinators here. They are a really remarkable group of student leaders. And our goal here is to bridge that ever-growing wealth gap in our community, and our students see that and they understand how to serve. And that's why I do it, at least. So that's a really important part of the food drive that I think we sometimes forget, is our student leaders that are coordinating.
So now we're looking at last year versus this year. What did we meet last year and what are the goals? Last year, we served 170 plus families. 385 of these, 170 families, 385 children received gifts. We collected 15,000 food items and household items. And we also collected more than $30,000 in cash donations. Our goal this year is to collect 20,000 items and raise $28,000 in cash. And we do feel that there's going to be a really great need in our community this year.
One of the things that happened last year for the first time in a long time was we had less food items collected. So this made a big impact. The blessing was we had more cash donated, so we were able to purchase more food with that money. But I suspect that that will be the case again this year. So giving cash is a good thing. And that brings us to ways to give. So obviously the cash donation that you give, every cent of that goes to one of two things: to buy non-perishable food and toiletry items, or to adopt a to a gift for a child. So you can give a cash donation. You can also donate the non-perishable food and toiletry items yourself, and you can adopt a child's gift tag. The gift tags, I have one here, look like this, something like this. These will be at all buildings, including the district office, and you can pick up a gift tag, and it will have a child's age and the clothing they desire and the gifts they desire. and there will be a turnaround time to get those back to us here at the high school. The more gifts that the more gift tags that are adopted, the less money we have to spend on gifts and clothing for students. What every family receives then ultimately is food for weeks. Hopefully it's what we call fresh, obviously fresh, and pantry stable food that usually is enough food for several weeks to get them through the holidays. If money allows us, we can also buy a holiday meal like a turkey or a ham. We tend to focus on hams because they're a little easier to manage. And then essential clothing for the children, and then gifts for the children.
So now we have a call to action to all of our community members. We need help identifying families. If you know someone, point them to the building secretaries. All of our secretaries are trained at inputting the data into the system. You could also refer them to myself or Mrs. Sullivan or Mrs. Barth. Really anybody in any of the buildings will lead you to one of us. We're all trained at entering the data, and we have a secure database that we collect all of this information on. If you also know a local business that might want to donate some money, please contact myself or Ms. Sullivan, or maybe you're a business owner yourself. We would love your help. Lastly, donate food or gifts for a child yourself. Tags, like Ms. Sullivan said, they are going to be in every building. At the district office, they will be everywhere in our district.
We'll try to make this short. So just a few key dates I want to go over. The food drive kickoff assembly here at the high school, which is sort of the official kickoff of the food and gift drive, will be December 1st. That's the Monday after our Thanksgiving break. It will be a 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m. assembly. And that really gets our students into the mindset of, hey, I can go collect food in front of grocery stores, things like that. Our food drive coordinators don't really do that. It's just our general population of students will actually go out and collect. It's pretty amazing. On the 6th and 7th, Saturday and Sunday, you will see food drive coordinators downtown at the four corners of Granite Falls there. And they will be doing what we call the cash can donations. And this is a really big event for us. We get thousands of dollars this way. So if you drive by, put a $5 bill in the jar and give them a high five. If you do adopt a gift tag, they will be due on December 12th. The gifts will be due on December 12th. That gives us time to get them entered into our system. Then on Saturday, December 13th, I encourage anybody who is in Marysville to come by the Fred Meyers. We're there all day. We spend thousands of dollars buying food and gifts for children that did not get adopted from our giving tags. So that is a massive event. Fred Meyers accommodates us, and we spend $14,000 in a day. It's pretty amazing. And then deliveries will be the 17th and 18th of December. If any of you would like to participate in a delivery, I encourage you to reach out to me, and I will make sure to schedule one for you. We also have pickups that are happening here at the high school and Crossroads on that day. Most importantly, I almost forgot, on December 5th, we have what we call the Food Drive Festival / play. This year, backed by popular demand, we are doing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is a musical, so come ready to sing along. We'll have 2 performances at 5:30 and 7 p.m. Free Santa photos and hot cocoa and apple cider for our kiddos. Last year, we filled the pack pretty much twice, both shows. So I don't know, 700 people here, community members from Arlington and Marysville. We had people all over the place coming. So please, if you have little kids especially, enjoy it. So bring them. It's free. We ask for a donation of food or a $5 cash donation as an entry fee. But if you don't have that, we'll let you in anyway. And last but not least, you're invited to come to the high school on December 15th to see the process, anytime after the 15th to see the process. I cannot put into words really what the food and gift drive is. You have to see it to believe it. When you see all the food and you see all the gifts and you see the operation, it is really something that I think is one of a kind. And again, you're welcome to help with the release on the 17th or 18th. And I'll let Myra say the last bit.
Okay, so this year we really do need a lot of extra hands. We are down quite a few staff members that were a really big part of this in the previous years. So really, if there's anybody out there in the community who really wants to step up and help us out, we would love to take you with open arms, as we are down basically half of the staff that ran this in the past. So
while our students can do a lot, we do need adult supervision, adult leadership to help with those students. And that's what we're really short this year. So again, please reach out if anyone would like to volunteer. And that's all we have. So thank you for your time. Thank you for supporting the food and gift drive and making it a really special part of the school district, this high school, and this community.
Just try not to get too close so they don't scream at each other. No, thank you very much for that. I do actually have, Trudy, one quick question on the tags. When those are taken, because I know we've personally done those in the past. How is there a way for us to track which tags have been taken and if they have been returned? Like if, okay. 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 Yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Now we move on to 4A Superintendent Report presented by Dr. Giesland.
Thank you. And thank you, Myra and Trudy, for being here. Last year was my first year in Granite Falls, and it was really fun to be a part of that. That shopping day at Fred Meyer is just like unbelievable. And our students and all the work they do and how they just navigate and looking for sales and all of the things. So thank you for all of your work on that to take care of people in need. All right, let's move up here because we can give control of this too. Kurt? No? Yeah, yes, you do. All right. So a couple of safety and security updates because I need to send Director Carey off in style with safety and security updates. We have applied for an ADA grant to get some funding for Monte Cristo Elementary and the Early Learning Center, really focus on improving accessibility, ADA accessibility on the playground and then in the building spaces. We've also applied for emergency repairs grant. It is a $600,000 grant. It would be in conjunction with our levy. And we have the Clean Buildings Act coming up, and we know that. We've talked about our levy and some of the asks in the levy. We must comply with the Clean Buildings Act or we'll have fees assigned to us. Part of the issue at Monte Cristo and Mountain Way is their HVAC system. So this grant could help offset some of that in conjunction with the capital projects levy, be that funding that we need to get the HVAC systems repaired. Site improvements, Maplewood or Mountain Way Elementary, sorry, there's Maplewood in that last district. Mountain Way Elementary has a puddle problem on the backside by the portables. And if you've been there in the winter, it's really hard to walk on the backside. And so the drainage is repaired and gravel's been added to that walkway to keep it, well, without puddles. And our kids have to walk through it, our staff walk through it. So thank you to our grounds crew for taking care of that. We've talked about the water testing for lead, which is a requirement from the state. We should have all of the reports done by the next board meeting, and I will report out on that. I want to talk just a little bit about celebrating student voice in Granite Falls. Our entire cabinet came together on October 30th. Director Panegas was there, Director Ledoux was there, and Representative Eslick was there. And just engaging with our kids. They answered 10 or 8 essential questions. And some of that feedback will inform some of the work that we do with our administrators and our staff. There's a few quotes there that some of our kids said. The other thing is they're on big construction paper and they're posted in the boardroom. If you have an opportunity, if anyone has an opportunity, walk through and read what our kids are saying, what's working for them, what's not working. If If you take just a moment, it's a really powerful read. I loved that the one here that says high expectations motivate me to do better. We talk often about the soft bigotry of low expectations and really having those high expectations for kids. And our student voice remind us how clearly our students see our system and their recommendations. The next Tiger Cabinet meeting is December 4th, and all of our board is invited to attend. Two other quick things on student voice. Thank you to our board reps, many who are sitting up here with us tonight. We had a candidate forum, a school board candidate forum. The students crafted every question, and the video of that, the YouTube video, was on our website, our district website, until November 4th. We appreciate their civic engagement. And then we are headed to the WASDA annual conference. It's a conference for school board directors and superintendents, and we are taking one of our student reps. It's next week. Thomas Hancock will be joining us, and he'll be engaging with, they have special sessions for our student reps. And then upcoming district and community events. You heard about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which our very own Emily Moore will be doing all the accompaniment on the piano. So she takes care of practicing reindeer games every day, actually. She comes over to the high school and practices with the kids. On November 13th, which is tomorrow, we have a math night at Monte Cristo. Dinner is provided if you'd like to attend that. Fall sports, we've talked about that a lot. Such success. So great to see so many student athletes participating. Congratulations to all of our teams. Winter sports are just starting. And then again, Rudolph on December 5th. There's those two performances. And Tani and myself, that's for you, Emily. Tani and me, we will be, apparently we just got assigned making hot cocoa and cider for the whole night. So we are on it. And that is it for me.
Thank you. I'll start with the board. Any comments, questions? No? And then I will go down to the student reps as well. One, if you have any comments or questions for Dr. Gieslands, and then also because tonight was very different in, board recognition, student recognition, bridge builder recognition. If you have any comments outside of anything from what Dr. Giesland said as well, just the standard board comments for the night. Anything that people would want to share? No? Okay. I just at least wanted to make sure that we had that opportunity. So, okay, we will thank you very much, Dr. Giesland. And now we'll move on to the business report prepared by Marshall Cruz.
Report. That you guys are really to look at. It's been a long board meeting. Not really anything exciting in there other than that we met our fund balance goal of 5%, exceeded it at 5.4%. I think probably the first time we've been over 5% in this district ever, and certainly the first time we've had over $2 million in fund balance. So I think I'm particularly proud of it, and I know that working with the board for the last 3 years to try and get there has been pretty amazing, and it's been a lot of hard work, tough decisions, but I'm proud that we've gotten there, and especially thanks to you, Carl, for always pushing us. Other than that, there's some levy stuff on the agenda for tonight. There's going to be a lot, probably every board meeting between now and February, there's going to be something levy related. This is just a certification allowing us to collect what the voters already approved for next year. Every November, we have to do a board resolution that tells Snohomish County that we would like to collect the levy money that the voters approved. So that's in under new business on the board agenda. Any questions about the?
I just wanted to say that, like, the first meeting that I ever went to, they were talking to you about trying to get to 5%. And I'm just so proud that this last meeting we're there and beyond, and just great job. And I just wanted to tell you that it's great timing. It's awesome. So I just want to tell you that.
Any other comments, questions? No. Okay. Thank you very much, Marshall. Okay. Moving on to item 5A, items from the floor. Anything? No. Okay. No items. 6, unfinished business. We have no unfinished business. Moving to 7, new business. 7A, appointment of pro committee. So we have 2 documents within here, and I'll open it up to Dr. Geeslin as well for the pro committee. Any suggestions? We have this in front of us to be able to read, review, but we need to make a decision tonight on which pro committee that we're going to go with. So would appreciate your feedback, Dr. Geeslin.
We have 2 applications, Allison King and Michelle Barrage. Both are supportive of schools and different things. Allison King also leads our Little League and was the person who came to us to implement the AED at the Monte Cristo field. So she's been an active member there. And then Michelle is also incredibly supportive of the work we're doing. So both are great candidates. And then I'll go ahead and speak to the no committee because there's no applications for that. So we won't need to make a motion or take any action on that.
Any questions or discussion on the pro committee? Yeah, one of us will make a motion for. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Any discussion? If not, I will make a motion. Yeah. No. Motion has been made for Allison King. Is there a second? Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay, and no motion will need to be granted on the con committee since we don't have any submissions for that. Item 7C MOU for SBHC operating agreement and lease. And then, so Dana, for this, is there any feedback, anything that we should have outside of the MOU?
Sorry, is it, nope, yes, good, okay, sorry. The MOU for the school-based health center has been ran through legal. It's the same MOU that the Everett School District is using and that initially the Edmond School District has used in their work with CHC. So it's been vetted extensively by legal. There's no cost to the district. Obviously, that's the huge perk of having a school-based health center right here for our kids to access for basic medical care. And we live in a rural community. And so this is a really exciting step. I sent the board this information a week or 2 ago, along with some articles that were in the Everett Herald about the ribbon cutting that was in Everett a couple of weeks ago. And it was really wonderful to see in 2 high schools, just more school-based health center at no cost to kids, opening up, removing barriers for kids to access healthcare so that they can access their education. So we're really excited about this opportunity. Again, at no cost to the district because of the funding that CHC receives, but also because we have a line item in the governor's budget for about $500,000 to do the remodeling and renovation of that space.
Thank you. Any discussion, questions?
I'll make a motion that we approve the MOU for SBHC operating agreement and lease.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Now moving on to 7D, Resolution 2526-07, levy certification. And so, Marshall, this is just the approval of, this is the existing levy that's in place. We're just saying it's okay to request the funds. Okay. Any questions or comments on that? Nope. Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept resolution 2526-07 levy certification. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. And then 7E, authorization to approve WASDA conference for incoming Director Greg Farley and Carol Panagas.
When we registered for the WASDA conference, we knew that Greg and Carol were both running unopposed, so we reserved a space for them, and we didn't reserve a space for Tina. Not knowing who was going to win that, and then also whether that person would be able to. So we would have been out the money for the registration, so we held back. The good news is Director Veach has been to the WASDA conference a number of times, has done boot camp, all those things.
Okay, so any discussion on that?
Then add her to that. At the will of the board, if you would like to include her in they are not professional certified, and so we need to have
Approval. Okay.
I move to authorize Greg Farley and Carol Panagas and Tina Veach for the upcoming WASDA conference.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay. And this last one here, 7F, approval for out-of-state travel, Granite Falls High School football. I will say the discussion here. I will say the discussion here is this is so amazing that our students have this opportunity. You always hear. I grew up in a larger district, and it was just commonplace for Spanish class to go to Costa Rica or Spain or something every 2 years, and band would go to Ireland or right. There were all these opportunities, and I'm just so happy that our students have the opportunity to go do something. I mean, I'm sure for some of them, this will be the first time on a plane, first time, leaving the state, first time. And your first time of doing that, going out to Hawaii, is not a bad experience. Let me tell you that much. So I guess you can tell where I'm leaning on this one, but any other further discussion? Okay. I move that we approve the approval for out-of-state travel for the Granite Falls High School football team. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. I'd like to make a motion that we add within our folders here, we have the Fairfax Behavioral Health Memorandum of Understanding. So I'd like to make a motion that we add that as item 7G. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Fairfax Behavioral Health MOU. Any discussion on this? Or actually, Dana, if you want to give some additional background on
Yeah,
this.
I'll give some context here. So Fairfax approached us, and they are working with most of the rural districts in our ESD and ESD 189 for it's outpatient intensive services for kids who are kind of on the fringe and need some mental health services. The idea is that they will come in a confidential space and provide those services. They could be in person, it could be virtual, it could be from 1 to 4 o'clock, it could be from 4 to 7. The 1 to 4 o'clock, some of it would happen here at the school level, but could also happen virtually. They are providing the devices. They are it is kind of a passion project for the president of their company, and we will be the first district, if we pass this MOU tonight, to move forward. And we are hoping to have them on site in January. Sultan School District is hot on our tail, and they're going to have that as well. What we know to be true, and I'm looking out to April Myers in the audience here, is we know that there aren't enough mental health services for our kids. And sometimes kids get referred, kids who are really struggling with some things, and get referred, and it takes quite a while to be seen. And this is just once again removing some barriers so kids can access those services immediately. Fairfax came out and met with Director Dane and Director Ledoux and myself and kind of explained. And then they will continue to be partners with us as we frame this up and give them the space to work and to meet with our kids. Parent permission, of course, as they work with parents. But Washington state law, of course, they'll follow the Washington state law. Kids can access some of their own medical services if they choose to, just like they could at a clinic at a certain age. So this is an opportunity for kids to access more mental health. It's for a small group. Again, it's outpatient services, but it's intensive mental health supports, which we really, really need.
Any questions or discussion? No? Okay. I move that we accept the memorandum of understanding between Fairfax Behavioral Health and Granite Falls School District. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay. And then that moves us to item 8, our consent agenda. Any additions that aren't on here? No? Okay. Any discussion on the consent agenda? Okay, no discussion. Consent agenda passes with unanimous consent. And the time is 8:04, and that adjourns this meeting of the Granite Falls School Board.